Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some very interesting and somewhat also worrisome PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 news in regards to Japan. We also have some of the probably craziest stories ever, where literally an abandoned fan was literally streaming that for over like 70 hours just to get utterly disappointed. Some really cool news when it comes to next upcoming From Software game. Same people made Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all of that. And also a nice little cool little thing with comparison to PlayStation 5 and Xbox, all floating around. And this is definitely one of those videos I'm going to be doing a bunch of different news stories and kind of summarize them all together. And hope you guys all sit back, relax, and enjoy this as we're basically all kind of just winding down for the rest of the night. As well, hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. We'll probably have a lot more good restock news starting up again, starting on Monday as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on if you guys are still trying to go and find your consoles or like gaming news and all that good stuff. PlayStation 5 as well giveaway going on, so make sure you guys are sub for that. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stock, free money. Go ahead and basically you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin, and of course leave a like and comment all your favorite thoughts and stories all throughout this video. So number one, we're going to start off with something that's a little bit more on the intriguing and somewhat kind of scary side when it comes to how bad the PlayStation 5 restocks have been going in Japan, and how the fact that basically not a single one of the games that have come out throughout this past year or so has essentially been on the PlayStation 5 upwards chart. So very scary stuff. So let's go diving into this. So there's an article over here from Sammy Barker saying there is not a single PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 game in the Japanese sales charts. They're all missing entirely from the top 30 over here in Japan. So for the first time, and this is the first time since 1980s, the Japanese sales chart is dominated by a single console. I'm sure you guys can probably even guess in which one that is. The latest Famitsu results, which track the physical software sales from the 2nd of August through the 8th of August, are completely occupied by Nintendo Switch titles. To clarify, every game from 1st to 30th position belongs to the house of Mario's hybrid hardware. So basically, Nintendo Switch has gone so well and extremely good too on top of that for basically every single game. That the Switch has been doing so good and getting so many sales. And even in comparison to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and all of that, it's still doing astronomically well for even being such an old, like basically hardware. Like it's insane. Like you would even think with the Switch OLED and other things like Switch Pro, and also on how bad the actual internals are, like in comparison to the brand new these current gens, PS5s, etc. It is bad. So it's kind of crazy to see that number one, Xbox is completely X-nayed out of the entire top 30, but the same thing is true with the PS5. Now, in case you guys are curious, they may mention this in the article in a second, but it's just they haven't been selling that many consoles. It hasn't been the major markets they're focused on. It's kind of going kind of bad. There were times in the 90s where Nintendo completely conquered the charts, but software was divided between Famicom, Super Famicom, and Game Boy. And this is the very first time every single game has belonged to a single piece of hardware. Of course, from the perspective of a PlayStation website, this shows how poorly Sony's games are selling in the company's home nation, which is very surprising because they've done extremely well in America. I've been doing pretty good for the UK, and even places like in China and India, we've been seeing a lot of PlayStation 5s kind of making their way around town. But Japan has not been really doing too good in terms of the actual overall hardware. They are slowly receiving stock and it's slowly getting kind of good. You guys even see maybe a comment down below even say that it's about to go hit 1 million sales in Japan. But just in comparison to the Switch itself, that's also been there for like the past 5-6 years, it's just ridiculous. Like it's just doing so well. So there were times during, basically, never read that. Now there are, of course, caveats. The data only takes into account physical software sales. And we know that PlayStation has been skewing more towards digital as of late, although uptake in Japan has been marginally slower than in Western territories. So basically what I kind of just said over there where it just looks like Canada, the UK, United States has been blowing everything out of the water, breaking records, selling millions of consoles, while Japan, which you guys would think they'd be trying to get a stronger foothold in, not so much. Like very surprisingly over there. Also remembering too that also the PS5s are still out of stock and PS5 hardware supply has abruptly also tailed off. So I mean, of course, if they were able to go and flood the market with more consoles, it'd probably be doing a little bit better in all honesty, but the same struggles kind of going on here is just, it's so hard to get these consoles, and then people aren't going to be buying games for a console they don't have. And then kind of how it was for the UK, we saw a massive uptick in games such as Ratchet and Clank and other various types of PS5 games whenever they had really big restock waves. Nevertheless, this is some eye-opening stuff. The PS5 did manage to sell another 13.5k units this week, well, that's very small. Like that's like basically my whole entire town is more people than 13.5 thousand. This is like the entirety of Japan, and Japan's a pretty big country, just in comparison, at least my little little town over here. So basically, it's still not bad. It's not awful. They're still slowly releasing stock. But if they really want to take over, Sony, especially the Japanese market, and especially try to get more hold from Nintendo, this is going to be a little bit harder to challenge over there. Which, of course, is a decent number considering the supply constraints, but its attach rate is extremely poor in the region, at least in terms of physical software sales anyway. So at least it's doing really good everywhere. We're seeing it good for America and all that stuff. We report on these news. But, I mean, while it may be good doing really good in America, you guys can kind of see how bad the news is going on over in Japan. Now, of course, as time goes on, supply constraints are better, and they go and actually put more stock in Japan. I'm sure it'll bump on up, but as of now, it's not. We also have a little bit of a kind of a funny story on over here. As you guys know about the abandoned app that a lot of people have been assuming it's been with Kojima and other stuff, we basically had a fan over here that was streaming for over 3 days now, waiting for the PlayStation 5 app, waiting to get to go and play it. And I'm sure you guys know because I even made some videos on my disappointment and everything on it. It really did not go that good. So it's a little bit sad that we're actually now seeing people over here too as well that are basically streaming for all of these hours, and then just like, you can even see the responses over here. It's just like what is going on? And I just feel for the guy. I feel bad for everyone out there because I do think a lot of folks just got their hypes up, and there still is potential. I'm not completely getting rid of it. There is still potential there that Kojima could be attached. It could be the next Silent Hill. But with how this execution's been, with delay after delay after delay after all this type of stuff, just a lot of people are just disappointed in this too as well. Just a lot of people over here. And imagine literally spending 74 hours to go and stream, to be excited, to bring up like the gaming community together, all for the end of the day just to be disappointed for a 5-second GIF after a 5 GB download. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit on the sad boy too as well, so I totally get this guy too. But you want big credit for them streaming for 3 days. I can probably do like 5 hours on Twitch. If you guys want to follow on Twitch, you guys can. But that's about all I kind of got. Now as well, this is kind of some actually really cool gaming news. From Software actually now has mentioning that they have a brand new PlayStation 5 exclusive that's a more Souls-like game than it is more of like an Elden Ring and Sekiro. And a lot of people are also saying this is a completely different game from Elden Ring. If you guys, I'm extremely excited for Elden Ring. I hope that game's gonna be fantastic. But basically, it does kind of seem like From Software is confirmed working on a brand new IP for Sony's PlayStation 5 console, according to new reports. Previously rumored PlayStation 5 exclusive developed From Software is a brand new IP that actually literally has no connection to Bloodborne or Demon's Souls, which makes me a little bit on the sadder side too, because at least for me, I would love a Bloodborne 2 or a proper Bloodborne remaster, remake. And of course, we also does a little bit more of a leak over here from the Xbox Era podcast, which basically has gone and said and revealed some more details about the PlayStation 5 exclusive, saying that Hideaki Miyazaki, creator of Dark Souls games, is on in this project, and the below details have been sent to Nick on a Discord message from a source close to the matter. Deal-wise, it's pretty much identical to Bloodborne and Demon's Souls, as in Sony owns the IP, but it's made together with obviously From Software and Sony XDev Japan, which is a former Japan studio. Which is funny because we also have bad Japanese out over there. It's believed, I think the PS5 exclusive will be more Souls-like than it is from Elden Ring or Sekiro. So very, very nifty news too as well too. This is basically the same stuff coming over here from some software that basically are working on a brand new PlayStation 5 exclusive game, and a lot of people have been able to go collaborate up on that story. So if you guys like these types of games and enjoy this type of stuff, we have some cool news floating around with this and big leaks as well. And on top of that, too, a little bit of a fun little thing, because we've been kind of having a lot of people over here from Tech Radar. Basically, the Sony's PlayStation 5 trophies might be a little bit better now than Xbox achievements. This is, of course, an opinion piece, but we've actually been seeing a lot more official push on this, especially for trophy hunters, people trying to get consoles and all that type of stuff. We've been seeing this floating around a lot more as of recent. And in all honesty, I've always kind of enjoyed the PlayStation trophy system, even back in the PlayStation 3 days. But it does seem kind of very nice because we've had a few little minor and small changes and a few more extra updates mixed on in. Now, of course, I would still love to see a more big format, like with an Astro's Playroom. We could maybe go and showcase up very, very hard achievements or game screenshots or your opinions or trophies, and kind of have a cool little game room to kind of customize your gaming setup. But that's something maybe more in the future that might or may not be on the workout for. But overall, it's very, very cool. I do love the idea that we get to go and see and utilize more cool PlayStation 5 features and different types of things that are slowly kind of making these same consoles like the PlayStation 5 a little bit more on the unique side too. So overall, I love seeing these new updates on that. But if you guys want to give your thoughts or comments on any one of these stories, they're all kind of intriguing ones in my opinion to kind of wind down for the weekend. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekends, and we'll get back in that really good PS5 and Xbox Series X restock grind. We also made a video earlier on today if you guys want to check it out for the good old confirmed restocks that might be going on. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys all so much for existing. Make sure you guys go follow up the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on too as well. And on top of that too, check out the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc digital console controller. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys will get free stock for money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. They're always linked down below. I'll see you guys up in the next video later on, probably tomorrow. Love you guys.